Hey guys, welcome back to the 75 book challenge. This is week 5. Crazy. Right now my TBR is at 83 books, which is pretty good for me. And so far this year I've read 75 books. Overall, looking pretty good. In my last vlog, I went on a beach weekend trip. And I actually happen to be going on one this upcoming weekend as well. This weekend is a girls trip that has been planned for a while and I'm very excited. So I want to get into, I'm in the summer spirit. So I'm going to be reading This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. This is the only book that I haven't read by her other than her newest release, which I don't own, so unless I get it from the library, I won't be reading it till this challenge is done because I can't buy anything physically. That's a part of the challenge. If you're new here, I have 2 45-minute reading sessions each day, journal about my reading, and I have to be on a book buying ban. Ooh, that's the hardest part for sure. I'm going to be starting this and I'm very excited. I've read Every Summer After and I liked it, even though I don't normally like the tropes in that book, but I did like that book. I read One Golden Summer, I think it's called. I really liked that one. That's my favorite book by her. And then Meet Me at the Lake was okay to me. It was whatever. Didn't really feel summery. I don't know. It didn't itch the scratch and it needed to. This one follows Lucy and Felix. Lucy and Bridget are best friends and Felix is Bridget's younger brother. Years ago, Lucy was going to visit Bridget and her family. Bridget had 3 rules, and one of the rules being that Lucy cannot fall in love with Bridget's brother. Right when Lucy gets into town, Bridget's plane is delayed and she happens to go to a restaurant, runs into a guy, and spends the night with him. And lo and behold, it's Bridget's brother. She doesn't know that this is Bridget's brother because Bridget calls him Wolf. So when he introduces himself, she has no correlation of the two. Now, this is years later, Bridget is getting married, but a week before her wedding, she randomly goes to Prince Edward Island where her parents and her brother lives and calls Lucy and has her leave from Toronto to go to Prince Edward Island to stay with her, but she won't tell her why. Lucy thinks that something's happened with Bridget and her fiance. She doesn't know, but she packs up everything and goes to be with her best friend, but she's not alone. Felix is there. And they haven't seen each other in a year after something happened. We don't know. Tension is high. I'm excited to start reading this. I read up until part 2. So I'm on page 83. And I'm really liking it so far. It's definitely giving summer vibes. I'm hoping that nothing bad happens between her and her best friend because I feel like they have a pretty good relationship. So I'm hoping that when something happens between her and her best friend's brother, because obviously this is a romance book, we know that they're going to end up together. I'm hoping that when that does happen, the best friend is like, oh yeah, like... Even though she keeps making comments like, oh, what's going on there? Like, oh, let's still keep rule number 3 in place. I'm hoping that when it comes to it, she's like, oh my gosh, like, if I knew that you guys actually cared about each other, why would I want, like, the 2 people that I love the most to not find love themselves? I hope that's the case. I hope it's not like, I can't believe you guys are together. You guys are grown. Why are you acting like that? You're grown. Why do you care if your best friend and your brother are together? She doesn't want them to be together and then them break up and it ruin the dynamic, but things are already kind of awkward. So really, how much more awkward could it get? And why would you not want them to have the possibility of finding love just because there's a chance that they could then later break up and it'd be weird. That's so stupid to me, but not like this book is stupid, like that thought process is stupid. But I'm hoping that they'll be mature about it and that it will be fine. But Lucy hasn't told Bridget about anything that's happened between her and Felix. She's mentioned, oh, there were times when I was going to tell her, but it just wasn't right. Oh my gosh. Now that is probably going to be where the problem lies. I feel like it's more going to be, Bridget's going to be upset that she didn't tell her for so long and that she kept a secret, like a big secret from her, rather than her being upset that they do have feelings for each other. I'd hope at least. It's definitely giving summer vibes. I'm liking it. I am going to take a little break and then read some more. Okay, so I read until chapter 18, page 138. Close to like 40%. And I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. I love Carly Fortune. I love her. She just is so good at giving that summer feeling. The feeling of like watching the summer I turn pretty every summer. Like watching the summer I turn pretty. The feeling of going to a small little beach town, spending the day on the beach, going to dinner out afterwards. We still don't know what's going on with her friend. She doesn't want to tell her yet. She said, it's not that I don't trust you. Girl, what? Felix and her are getting more comfortable with one another. They're not as awkward in the beginning. They were not even wanting to look at each other. Now they're talking. Things are getting more normal. We still don't really know what happened a year ago. They've alluded to it a little bit, but they haven't actually told us. Carly Fortune loves a good flashback. She loves jumping between the then and the now. Felix is Bridget's younger brother, so Lucy's older than him. I like that. I prefer it over him being older. If there is an age difference, I usually prefer the woman being older. Sometimes in age gaps when the man is older, it seems almost predatory. I don't know. Maybe that's just, I don't know, the ones I've read. I don't know. Usually I don't like it. Like the age gap romances that I have read, I don't like it because the guy is constantly talking about, oh, you're so much older, you're so young and innocent. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? And usually when the woman is older, she's just like, boy, I'm older than you. And the guy's like, I don't care. I actually don't care. And then they prove that they're emotionally intelligent enough to be with a woman who is older, and it's better. But usually when it's switched, I feel like the guy is just so fixated on like, oh, you're so young and innocent, and oh my gosh, I'm gonna like ruin you. Ew. What are you talking about? And then she's like, literally, how about you let me make my own decision? How about you let me decide if I want to be with someone older than me? And they're like, no, you can't actually. You can't make that decision because you're just a baby. But I'm in love with you. You can't compare this woman to a child and then also say that you're attracted to her. Because then I'm calling the cops. Yeah, so I'm calling the police on you. So I usually don't like age gap romance. In this, they really don't talk about the age gap. I don't even know how many years they are apart. She's just mentioned that he's the younger brother. And in Part of Your World, which I also read during this challenge, I think I read that during week 1. The woman is older. He doesn't act like he's younger. Anyways, I'm really enjoying this. It's just so summer. It's giving me so summer. I'm really liking it. I'm excited to continue it tomorrow. I'm like 40% in on day 1. We might be getting through this kind of quick, but I don't really have much other summer romance books. I don't know what I'm gonna read after this. We'll just have to figure it out. We're just gonna go with the flow, see where the wind takes us. Welcome back. It is day 30. That's like almost halfway. Almost. I'm going to continue reading This Summer Will Be Different. I'm gonna read, then I have to go to work. Have some decency. Read to page 203, chapter 26. They're definitely getting along as friends right now, but they clearly still have feelings for each other. But nothing's happened yet. And we still don't know what's happening with her friend, but her and her best friend got a lot of secrets between them. A lot of secrets between them. So I feel like that's all gonna explode in their face, and that's gonna be crazy, interesting, both. I don't know. Maybe finish it up. I don't know. I'm on 203 and there's 33 pages. I might be able to finish it today, probably read past the 45 minutes, but we will see. Who knows if I'll be doing either of that. I guess we'll have to see. I finished This Summer Will Be Different, and I don't know what to rate it. I don't know what to rate it. I'm kind of leaning towards like 4.75 stars? I don't know. I really liked it. This actually, I don't know, this might be my favorite one of hers. I don't know. I really like this one. I really like One Golden Summer. I don't know. I think I like the characters in this one better. What did I rate that one? Let me check. Let me check. 4.5. Okay, I'll rate this one 4.75. I'm not gonna do 5-star just because. I might adjust it, but right now I'm just gonna leave it at 4.75 stars. I really liked it. I feel like it went the way I wanted. It went good. There wasn't really anything that I was like, ugh. There were points where I was like, oh gosh, like this could go horrible. But then she didn't make it horrible. It was fun. Like, it was really enjoyable. So, everyone write this down. This summer will be different. Curly Fortune, C-A-R-L. Everyone write this down. I liked the FMC, I liked the MMC, I liked the sister, I liked their friend Zach, I loved the town, I loved all of it. I loved all of it. Yeah. Ah, this is so good. I did read past the 45-minute mark. Once my timer went off, I wasn't even paying attention to the time, I just kept reading. And that's how you know it's good. When I read past the timer. Because some books that I've read for this challenge, the timer goes and I'm like, dang God! Get me out of here. Saved by the freaking bell. Okay? This, I was like, don't care. Actually, you know, that's how I felt. I also felt so tired today, but this revived me. Honestly, I feel like I could go run a marathon. No. Okay, I'm being dramatic now. But you know, I'm getting excited. This is getting me in the spirit of the season being summer. The spirit. I actually am a certified summer hater, so I love when something really puts me in the mood, because I love when like a book or a show or something, like, or music really puts me in the summer vibe, because like I don't feel it 90% of the time, but occasionally I get the hype. And I love you, Miss Carly Fortune. I need to read her newest book. I don't have it physically and I can't buy it. But I do plan to be reading it, whether it be from my library or whether it be when this challenge is done. I'm going to be reading it. I am on a wait for it from the library, so we will see, because everyone and their mother is trying to read this right now. I'm on like a 5-week wait list. Oh, I think when I started it was like 9 weeks. Oh, so you're insane. I don't know what I'm gonna be reading next. I might be continuing started series. So I didn't get to film today, but I actually started The Darkness Within Us, which is the second, and I think this is a duology. This is the second book, and I really love the first one. This one, not really feeling it. This is the second. Trisha Levenseller? Girl, child, I don't know how to say her name. This is the second book that I read by her in this challenge. Hello, hey queen, making an appearance. Not really feeling this. I loved the first one, but this one follows her sister, I think. Yeah. It's her sister. She's married to this gross old guy, and then he dies, and then his son shows up. She didn't even know he had a son, and now they're fighting for who gets everything. And, you know, she's not too bad. Oh yeah, she did kill her husband. So about that. But I really liked the main character from the first book, and she kind of is hating on her. She's like, ugh, she got everything she wanted. Like, she's like kind of low-key little evil, and I'm like, okay, like, I get that you're not happy with your situation, but like, chill on my girl, because like I do care about her. So I don't know, not really like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling too much. I read exactly 2 45-minute reading sessions. I read exactly the time that I need to for both my reading sessions, and not a minute more. Tomorrow I will continue and kind of decide what I'm gonna do about this. Will I continue? Will I like it? Will I enjoy myself? Will I be dragging myself through it, or will I DNF? Guess we'll have to stay tuned to find out. Welcome back to day 32. I decided to just finish the book today, because no better time than the present. I wasn't enjoying it, and I rated it 3 stars. I really recommend reading the first book in the series, The Shadows Between Us, but The Darkness Within Us, child, I did not care. Did not care for the characters, did not care for the storyline. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. I really liked the first one, but that's actually the only book that I really liked by that author. I hate to say it. The other books just didn't do it for me. I was just kind of bored. I didn't like the main characters together, really. I didn't like how the main character talked about her sister. I feel like it would have been better if they were closer, and I honestly think it would have been better if almost everything was different. So I think that it just wasn't for me. I'm gonna be unhauling this. I finished the reading for today. I did read past the time, but I was really trying to just get done with this. I was trying to get finished up. I rated it 3 stars. Might be a little generous, but I digress. I'm going to figure out what I'm reading tomorrow. And then this weekend, I'm gonna be on a beach, girl. Hey guys, so I'm back from my weekend trip. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. As far as the reading updates, my reading was kind of all over the place. Not a lot of the same book. I was jumping all over the place. But Friday, I started, this is seriously going, like, I did not finish another book. Spoiler alert, didn't finish another book, but don't worry. Because we'll just continue these another time next week. Who knows? Guess you'll have to come back to find out. But for my first 45-minute reading session on Friday, I read Her Soul for Revenge. This is like the same story as Her Soul to Take, but told from the perspective of Juniper. I was reading this and I was like, wait, who is Juniper? I read the first one during the spooky season, and I might pause on this and actually decide to read it then too, because this is not the vibe right now. This is not the vibe. So I think I'm going to soft DNF this one, but very spooky vibes, so good for Halloween. It is a dark romance, which I normally don't go for, but if it's something like, this has like ghosts and witches and demons and supernatural activity, so I feel like then I'm like, okay, like, it makes a little more sense. Like, that is the dark. If it's just like a regular guy that's like, I'm different, I'm dangerous. Get out of my face, get out of my face. But this world, like, there's cults and witches and magic and like sacrifices. There's crazy things going on. So this kind of, it's like, okay. But that, all that stuff is like, it's giving fall. Why am I trying to read right now? So then, for my second 45-minute reading session, I started All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. And I do really like this, and I am going to continue this next week. So make sure to come back because I'm going to be reading this one for sure. This follows Aurora. She just got out of a divorce, and she wants to temporarily / possibly move back to her hometown. She wants to go on the hikes that her mom wrote about in her journal. Her mom went missing. She's moving back to Colorado, a place that was once home and now is full of bittersweet memories of her late mother. Her and her ex have been together for a long time, and he's a famous musician. So she decides to hide out in a small town in the mountains. But when she arrives to her Airbnb location, the man that she's renting from has no idea why she's there, what she's talking about. And come to find out, his teenage son was actually the one that set up the Airbnb account because he wants to make some money to buy himself an electric guitar. So he does not want her there at all. But she assures him she's not a crazy person and she won't cause a ruckus, and to please let her stay because nowhere else in town is renting currently. This is Grumpy Sunshine, small town, and I hear that Mariana Zapata is the queen of slow burns, and I love a good slow burn, so I'm excited for this. It's the first book I've read by her, and yeah, I only read a little bit. I'm liking it so far, but who knows what is to come. I guess we'll both have to come back next week. I guess we'll see you there. Then on Saturday, I read The Shippers. I read this on my Kindle. I'm really liking it. It's by Catherine Center. It's her new rom-com. Our main character is about to marry a guy she's been with for a while, and the wedding was planned by his mother. It's nothing like how she wants it. All of a sudden, her childhood friend shows up and tells her not to marry this guy. And she's like, boy, what are you doing? Trying to ruin my day. As her inner monologue is like, I'm walking to my death. He tells her, hey, like, just so you know, like, it usually is really believable if you fake passing out. She's like, why would you say that to me? What are you implying? She gets up there, looks at him. She's out. I'm going to continue, but it's not my TBR, so it's not high priority. Then, Sunday, last day, day 35. I started The Stardust Thief. Like, here's what I'm saying. Like, why am I jumping all over the place? I couldn't make up my mind. Inspired by stories from 1001 Nights. Midnight Merchant, a criminal who, with the help of her Jinn bodyguard, hunts and sells illegal magic. And when she saves the life of a cowardly prince, she draws the attention of his powerful father, who blackmails her into finding an ancient lamp. what I've read so far, I mean, it's interesting. It's kind of just like world building as of right now, as of what I've read. I'm not too far into it because it's pretty chunky and it's a lot of information, so I'm not reading it very quick. But I am going to continue, but the book I'm going to continue first next week is going to be All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. I'm going to Softy and F, Her Soul for Revenge, and the other ones I'm going to read here and there. But this is going to be my top priority and what I'm going to be reading first before getting back into those books or any other books on my TBR. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below what you read this week. My TBR right now is currently sitting at 81. We're doing great, honestly. Not worried about it. We're doing perfect. My original goal was to get down to 75 books on my TBR by the end of this challenge, and I think we are gonna do that. Easy. This is the end of week 5. We still got a bit to go, but I'm having fun and I hope you are too. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can see when I post every week, because I'm gonna be doing this for 11 weeks. So make sure to come back and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.